This is the latest version of the Lunamod Looper, basic stamp 2 version. This is prototype number 3. And the other prototype number 2 was not very good. Didn't even want to bother troubleshooting it. And because of the way I built it, I tried to build it in a jewelry box, and that didn't work. So I went with open sides. So here's the basic Stamp 2 microcontroller in the stamp stack format from Solar Robotics. It's got all the necessary inputs and capacitors and resistors and everything to read the pots. This is the frequency pot, the tempo pot. This is the volume pot for the audio amp, which is actually on the breadboard, and the voltage regulator is also on the breadboard. Here's the speaker. This speaker is pretty good for this project. It's 2 watts, 8 ohms, and it allows for quite a loud volume. Here's the record button. This is the tempo LED. This is record LED number 1 and record LED number 2. This is the on-off switch. This is the switch to switch between 2 different capacitors, which provide 2 different sounds. And the capacitor that is changed, this is the schematic of the audio amp from the professional development board, which I explained in the first video. You see in the first 2 videos for this. And this is what they have, is a 33 nanofarad capacitor. I used 1 microfarad, and the other capacitor is 0.047 microfarads, which should be 47 nanofarads. Now, I looked at this is a LM386 op amp right here, and if you look up the schematic that is used as an example on the spec sheet for the LM386, you'll find one of them with a capacitor between pins 1 and 8, and that increases your gain. So I used a 10 microfarad capacitor, and you can look that up yourself. And we're using it's plugged in using a 3 to 12 volt adjustable power supply, AC to DC. So I'm using 12 volts DC out, and it also runs on battery power. So I'll turn it on. And there's the default loop. So just a quick demonstration from this. So you can see the tempo. You can see the tempo LED flashing, and then I put it in record mode, and the record LED flashes for 7 beats, and then it goes to the second record LED, and then on beat 1 it goes back to the first record LED. This LED is the tempo LED again, and that flashes on beats 1 and 5. So here's I can change the tempo at any time. So that's a decent loop. Okay, this is there's a loop I made with the Lunamod Looper ahead of time to come up with something that sounded pretty good. And then I spent a couple minutes jamming with it and figuring out what would be a good scale to use to improvise over it. So I found with this particular loop C sharp minor pentatonic. Minor pentatonic is a pretty good scale to use for a lot of stuff, blues and whatever, but it's a nice easy scale to improvise with. It's only got the 5 notes. So that 6th note is actually on the octave. So I'll turn up the volume, and you can see that the green LED is flashing. Should be visible on the screen. Yeah, there we go. So I'll turn up the volume. Let's do something a little different, can edit it.